Just wanted to go over some fun stuff tonight. I've been busy in the workshop building this guy right here, which is a personal size. So I call this a light duty. This is a solar generator, and I've got all the stuff that we'll go through with this tonight to show you how to get it done. But complete with a solar charging option, a wall charging option, and we'll go over the different kind of power that this unit will produce. I'm going to plug in some lighting here so we can get a little better lighting there. But yeah, so we'll go through all of this tonight. So hopefully if you are looking to do some of your own builds, your do-it-yourself kind of stuff, this is the right place for you tonight. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of how this works and why you want to build it yourself versus buying the pre-packaged boxes that they sell. So anyway, we'll get right into it. It started with this little waterproof box, and this waterproof box, of course, as you can see, I have penetrated it 100 different times, mounting the different components, so it's no longer waterproof or airtight. But one of the reasons why I went with this is because it still does help provide a dust-free environment for the things on the inside. And then secondly, you've got these latches, and they always are a little more heavy-duty when you're talking like the airtight waterproof containers. You can hear that. When you click it, you get a very positive audible click, so you know that it's sealed, and then a sturdy handle. So just really the main reason why I chose something like this is that it gives you a little firmer, solid box. It's not going to be crushable and all of that. So that's why I've gone to this. And the whole point of this is to create a renewable power source that you can use. Again, this is light duty. And you know, one of the things I see all the time with people that buy pre-packaged power boxes like this is they don't understand how electricity works, and therefore they'll give something like this a bad review because they'll buy it and you'll read in the review, it'll say, this thing can't even power a little toaster. Well, guess what? Toaster, in terms of your kitchen appliances, will draw 10 times, if not 20 to 30 times the electricity your refrigerator does. So you have to have an understanding of how these work to know what they can do for you. This light duty power box is going to do excellent at powering things like our light tonight. It's going to do an awesome job of powering and charging up your phones, tablets, laptops. It's going to run small fans. It's going to, it would actually be able to run a refrigerator for a short period of time. But for your high draw, high wattage items like your hair dryers, your curling irons, your toaster ovens, toasters, anything that's going to have a high wattage consumption, this would not be suitable for that. But as you can see, it has USB outputs here. It has two 110 outputs, and these are ones, and I'm going to show you real quick how I did that. But go ahead and look through the list of products that we're using tonight. There's quite a few in here. Once you open it up on the inside, I've done my best to clean this up to give us a very clean look on the inside, including our SAE connections to our charge controllers. I've got a fuse bus bar here to help eliminate the number of things that go directly to the battery. So we'll continue with our from the outside in approach. And I've got starting right here, I've got this charge controller. So with this Renergy Adventurer charge controller, one of the reasons why I went with this one for this build is, as you can see, it's flush. So it mounted flush to this box, which meant it did not extend out beyond the profile of the box, keeping it all of the internal workings right here. You can even see once I open it up, it really isn't that thick of a charge controller. And then this one will allow you to do up to a 30 amp charge, and it's easily going to handle 200 watts of solar panels. So if you wanted to really boost this up and boost and charge this battery quick, you can upgrade your solar panel. But this charge controller is going to let you go up to about a 200 watt panel. I've got it paired currently with this one, and we'll go over that in a second. But this charge controller is really how you get the power of the sun into the battery, because it comes in through this little SAE connection right here that I have flush mounted to the box, and that is wired up out here. So you can see here, this is the from the panel, so that's the positive. Let's turn that lighting around so you can see that better. Yep. So your positive side of your panel, your negative side of your panel, and then it takes power into here, converts what's coming into the sun into a usable 12-volt charge, and that's your positive charge going to the battery, negative charge going to the battery. And I actually have these running into this fuse bar right here, which cleans up how much stuff comes directly to your battery terminals. So, and then it also isolates it by fuse. If there's anything wrong with the panel, you're going to blow a fuse in these areas here rather than having the whole thing go down because of that. And so I started with this 12-volt system here. The Renergy, this style of the PWM style charge controllers will allow you to go up to a 24-volt system. So if you wanted to double your capacity or your voltage by syncing two 12-volt batteries together, you'd get to that 24-volt, which is a little more efficient system. That's a conversation for another day. But for right now, this charge controller, flush mounted to the outside of this box, is going to give you, once we get some solar, and I'm inside tonight and it is dark, so we're not going to get any juice out of this solar panel. But whatever reading you were getting off of it, it's going to cycle through and show you to confirm that. So right now we're getting 0 volts off of that panel, 0 amps going into it. So we are in a battery deficient mode right now because we are not adding anything to it through the solar panels. But when you are outside and you can place those panels in full sun, you can use these SAE connections, and I'm using a gender changer here just to make sure the polarity is right. And I've tested this so I know what polarity needs to be, but that's a quick test. And these SAE connections, you can buy these gender changers. Those are also listed in my inbox here tonight of the different things that you can purchase through that. So anyway, this charge controller on the outside paired with this solar panel, it's going to give you a visual as to what actually is coming from the battery and how much charge and all that you get. So I've got this set up tonight, and as we move around the outside, I've got this eco-worthy battery monitor, and this is going to tell you where you're at in your battery. It's going to read off the voltage, which right now is showing 13.1 volts. That's a little low for where we want to be. Once you have a Life PO4 battery, you can really, full charge is going to be about 14.2, 14.3. So we're not at 100% charge right now, but this is going to show you, just with the monitor, you're going to see how much amp hours are stored in there. And right now it's saying it's 9.85 amp hours. When I start to take a draw on that, you're going to see that number go down. As I start to take any kind of wattage off of there, that number will go down. So if I were to plug in, let's go ahead and plug in our lights for the show tonight. You're going to see how that's going to show. Now I'm drawing 4 amps at 51 volts, and now my run time on that, I should be able to run these lights for 2.5 hours. You can see that, 2.28, or actually 2 hours, 28 minutes. And that will tick down based on this wattage. The cool thing about this light that I'm using, it has a dial, so I can change the brightness, and you can watch what impact that has on the actual charge. See, now it's gone back up to 13 hours because I'm taking, as you can see, very little draw off of that. But for tonight, we need that light a little brighter. You can see how that battery monitor, what a significant role the battery monitor plays in a system like this, because really you want to know how long and how much more power or juice you have stored up in that battery. And this is that's that eco-worthy battery monitor is the perfect system to help you see that. It gives you a visual, graphical representation of that battery level inside of there. So that gives you that. Once we go on the inside here, you can see kind of the internal workings. And I have in here, I've got this Life PO4. This is a 10 amp hour battery. It's actually super compact. I like it for the size. It does fit this build. I do have a little more space here, so I may revamp this and take a look and spec out a battery that's going to fill this space, because this is really wasted space at this point, and I might as well have. All right, I don't know. Let's see if I can get this back and going again. How many people is anybody out there right now? No, it's showing I'm live. No, let's see. I don't know if I'm still live or not. I don't know if you can check and see. Anybody out there? Yeah, I just clicked the wrong button, so I don't know if I'm still live or not. It kind of shows that I'm live, but let's see. I'm gonna just type if anybody wants to respond, just to let me know I am live. Anyone out there? All right, I'm typing a message. If anybody's out there, just respond back just to let me know you're there. That would be great. I did push a button and I think I disconnected, so I don't want to keep talking if I am not live. So if anybody's there that could help me out, that would be great. I would appreciate it. And I'm just going to go back to talking just to pretend that I am live. So anyway, so like I was saying, with this space that I have here, I can look at this and see. You can see I've got this extra space here. And again, inside this build, there's no sense to have any open areas. And so, I've got a little bit of space there that I can fill. So I might respec this battery to beef it up a little bit to go with a little heavier duty battery or a bigger amp hour, because right now it's only a 10 amp hour battery. So we'll see how that does. I'll try to spec it out. But as you can see, I went with my own little connections, made my own little battery terminals and battery cables here. And those are heavy duty. They're going to be able to handle a large draw in a short period of time. And this little lithium PO4 battery is perfect for what it is. Albeit a little small, I think I could make that work. And then I'm using this 500 watt power inverter. This is the first time I've played with this brand, this Sunwheel. So far I've had zero complaints. I have been running this in different prototype environments just to see if I like it, and so far I like it. So it's another one that's listed in my list of products that I used here tonight, and I believe this one, for being a 500 watt one, yeah, really $28. I don't think you can go wrong with that. That is there. I don't know where to look. So anyway, So anyway, I've got that 500 watt inverter that you can see there, and that one is the powerhouse, really, because that's what's converting the 12 volt electricity back to the 110 and provides you with two of these 110 outlets. And as you can see right now, it is running our lighting that we're using for our live tonight. And so I'm here for you if you have any questions. Anybody out there that has considered building any of this solar stuff, really honestly, the cables kind of start to make it look a little overwhelming because cables start to run and it gets confusing. But really, when you boil this down, it's really just a couple of components: a charge controller, a battery to store the electricity, and an inverter that converts the electricity into usable electricity. So that's really all that's required. A solar panel is optional because that's just a way that you can charge it. If you didn't have a solar panel but you had a battery charger, like I've got one here, this is a wall charger. This is a HT RCP20. So this one is the smart charger that allows you to charge anything from lithium batteries, flooded lead batteries, AGM batteries, or LiFePO4 batteries. And it allows you to charge as low as 3 amps and clear up to 20 amps. So this one, you can use this really if you wanted to. You could use this to charge this up. So again, really the intimidating part of this is just really the spaghetti bowl that becomes all of the wires. But other than that, if you're just thinking in terms of components, charge controller, battery, and inverter, that really is it. And then I put it in this box just for convenience sake. So this just allows you to transport this and carry it out in the field with you. Think about the different things you could do if you didn't have to worry about an outlet. And, for me, I have grandkids, so taking things down to the park, including little bubble, we've got a bubble machine that blows millions of bubbles in 2 seconds. Right now we've had to just do that somewhere where we could have access to an outlet. Well, this is your outlet. And so wherever you want to take a small draw type of appliance, you can take this anywhere that you need to go, and it'll take care of that kind of electricity for you. But if you wanted to charge your laptop or charge your tablet or charge any of the smaller devices, recharge on site, maybe you need to recharge your battery for your cordless drill. This will definitely do a good job at handling those kind of things for you. So last thing that we can talk about in terms of the build are the just different fittings and connections. So obviously I use little spade or blade connections on these. I've used the different fuses. I've gone straight across the board 20 amp fuses throughout this fuse box, knowing that I wasn't going to do anything super heavy duty in here. So 20 amps in that. I've done just lengths of different gauges of wire, 10 gauge, 8 gauge wire to run that, and then different SAE flush mounted connections inside of here that can get this deal done. But this is a fun. If you want to get started in a do-it-yourself product or project, this is the perfect one to start with. It's a little lunchbox size thing, but yet it really has a lot of function. Again, think in terms of all the things that you are limited to because you need a cord and an outlet. This is going to alleviate you having to have that outlet somewhere nearby. So out in the desert, on a picnic, you name it, what you want to do, you can definitely get that done. And one of the things that I like on this is this panel that I spec'd for this. And this is a new style. I haven't seen it. I've been doing solar stuff for a while now, and I've seen more of this style come out than before, and that is there's no glass. And really, the very first solar panel that I had, I literally had